Imagine climbing a mountain where supernatural beings actively try to kill you. That's exactly what British explorers faced in 1928 when they attempted to scale a 24,000-foot peak in Chitral, complete with malevolent fairies and bulletproof dragons.
Hold on. Bulletproof dragons. This sounds like science fiction.
Well, it's because this expedition perfectly captures the clash between British military precision and deeply held local beliefs. Lieutenant Byrne and his team were trying to climb Istor o Nal, which means the horse's shoe in the local dialect. This massive horseshoe-shaped mountain with multiple peaks over 24,000 feet.
So what made this particular climb so challenging from a cultural perspective?
You know what was their biggest obstacle? It wasn't the technical climbing at all. The local coolies from Kost village, who had helped them the previous year, completely refused to go near the glacier this time. The locals believed these mountains were home to these powerful fairies who would deliberately make climbers fall to their deaths.
Were these beliefs just superstition, or was there something more practical behind them?
That's exactly what makes this so fascinating. Many of these beliefs actually incorporated practical mountain knowledge. Like, they had this belief about the Thue Pass where if someone died crossing it, clouds would cover the pass for exactly 3 days while their spirit journeyed to heaven. During their expedition, this actually happened. A climber died, and sure enough, the clouds lifted on the 4th day.
So how did the British team handle these cultural barriers?
Well, here's where it gets really interesting. They actually started taking some of these beliefs seriously. One of their military officers told them their weather problems were because they kept unclean coolies at high camps, which offended the fairies. And get this, when they finally sent the coolies down, the weather immediately cleared up.
That must have created some compel dynamics within the team.
Oh, absolutely. And then you've got these amazing descriptions of supernatural creatures. The same guy also claimed he and 20 others saw a glacier dragon, described it in detail with a horse-like head, 20 feet long, covered in bulletproof scales. When a coolie went missing, everyone assumed the dragon had eaten him.
Did they ever find the missing coolie?
That's one of the more humorous parts. He actually turned up later, wrapped in the blankets he'd been carrying. But these beliefs weren't just about dragons. They had these giant 12-inch glacier frogs and jinns, their version of genies, that would disguise themselves as regular animals before revealing their terrifying true forms.
It sounds like these supernatural beliefs might have been a way of explaining very real mountain dangers.
Exactly right. And what's particularly fascinating is how these beliefs affected the actual expedition. They never made it past 18,000 feet, partly because they couldn't get consistent help from the local coolies. Even their experienced jemadar, who was described as a born climber, actively discouraged others from helping because he genuinely believed they were protecting the British team from supernatural harm.
Looking back, what do you think was the main lesson from this expedition?
You know, I think it really shows how mountaineering success isn't just about technical skill or physical endurance. It's about understanding and respecting local knowledge systems, even when they're wrapped in supernatural beliefs. Byrne himself concluded that no one would successfully climb the peak if they relied solely on Chitrali help, which really speaks to how crucial cultural cooperation was for these early expeditions.
And I suppose these mountains still hold their mysteries even today?
Well, that's what makes these early accounts so valuable. They remind us that mountains aren't just physical challenges to be conquered, but cultural landscapes filled with meaning. Whether it's fairies who demand clean clothes or dragons who eat stones, these beliefs shaped how people interacted with these incredible peaks for generations.